Hello students, today we will start measurements. What is the need of measurement? Why we need to measure anything? And what is the daily life significance of the measurement? First we will discuss about it. We need measurement in our daily life to measure anything. Means if we want to buy anything like vegetables or some any material like cloth or anything else whenever we want to buy, then we need the proper amount. We need a proper accurate measurement. So for that we require the measurement, and due to which the measurement holds significance in our daily life also. But to measure anything and everything is not possible by using a specific instrument which should obey the laws of physics also. So the quantities which need or which are having the specific instrument or the instrument which also obeys the laws of physics are known as the physical quantities. For example, if I want to measure a length, then to measure a length, we are having a prescribed scale. In a geometry box, you get a scale that is used to measure length from 1 to 15 centimeters accurately. If we consider a large scale, then it is having the length from 1 centimeter to 30 centimeter. So all the devices have a prescribed value under which they can be used to measure anything. So the physical quantities are the quantities which are having the prescribed device to measure them, and they obey the various laws formulated in the physics. Now, if we talk of measurement, whenever we measure anything, then we get a mathematical value of that quantity, and that mathematical value is accompanied by a unit. For example, if we measure a length, we always state that the length is 5 centimeter or 2 centimeter, or whenever we measure the cloth, then we say that it's 5 meters or it's 6 meters and else. So whenever we talk of measurement, then the measurement is unit into value or the magnitude. So every measurement is having value and measurement. In this case, if we talk of value, then value is a mathematical feature that is fixed, but unit is again further classified into two categories. One is fundamental unit, while the other is derived unit. Fundamental means the thing which is a very small, which acts as a concept. Fundamental means so the units which do not have any derivation and they are accepted as it is, that quantity are known as, or that units are known as the fundamental unit. Basically we have 7 fundamental units, and all other units which we discuss in our daily life are considered as derived from these 7 basic fundamental units. And those basic 7 fundamental units are: first is of mass, that is kg. Other is of length, that is meters. Third is of time, that is second. Other is of current, that is ampere. Other is of amount of substance, that is mole. Other is of temperature, that is Kelvin. And last is of luminous intensity, that is candela. So these are the basic 7 fundamental units, and these basic 7 fundamental units are used to derive the other known units to us. Means whether we talk of anything like work, force, acceleration, velocity, these all have the units, that is joule, Newton and many others. But all these units like Joule, Newton are derived from these 7 fundamental units. So let us discuss about the derived units now. Now, first known and very simple unit is speed. If we talk of speed, we know speed is defined as distance upon time. Now, if we talk of distance, then distance is the actual path which is traveled by us, or we can say that the length of the actual path which is traveled by one person. So whenever we talk of length, then the unit of length is meters and time is expressed in seconds. So we know that the unit of speed is meter per second. So this is a derived quantity which is derived by using the fundamental unit of length and fundamental unit of time. Now let us discuss about the another fundamental unit of another derived unit, that is acceleration. If we talk of acceleration, it is change in velocity upon time. The unit of velocity is same as the unit of speed, but these two quantities are not same. Okay, these two quantities differ from each other. That difference we will be discussing after this topic, but the units are same. Okay, so the unit will be meter per second and the unit of time is second, and on solving this we will be getting meter per second square. So this is again the second derived unit, that is of acceleration. Now let us discuss about the third unit, that is of force. Force is mass into acceleration. We know that the fundamental unit of mass is kg and the derived unit that we have discussed in second is of acceleration. So acceleration is meter per second square. So the unit of force becomes kg meter per second square. So this kg meter per second square is again termed as Newton, which is stated as the SI unit of force. Okay, now let us discuss about another quantity, that is of work. So our another quantity is work. The formula is for work is force into displacement. Again, unit of displacement is same as that of distance, but these two again are not same, and difference will be discussed in our second topic. Okay, so force we discussed that it is kg meter per second square, but displacement is meter. So we will be getting kg meter square per second square. This kg meter per second square is again termed as joule, joule, which is considered as the SI unit of work done. Now let us discuss about energy. If we take energy as half mv square, then we know the unit of mass is kg and unit of velocity is meter per second that we have discussed, that is of square, because the formula is mv square. Half is a constant value, it does not possess any unit. Mass is kg and v square, that is square of velocity unit, that is meter per second ka whole square. So it comes out to be kg meter square per second square. Now compare the unit of the work done and energy. Work was kg meter per second square, energy is again kg meter per second square. Hence the derived unit of work and energy is same. So the SI unit is also same, that is joule. So these are the few derived units which can be further be derived, means like pressure and many other units are also we see in our daily life. So these units like pascals and many are derived from these 7 units itself. So these are the few derived units. Now let us discuss about some special units. In some special units, first we will discuss about the special units of length. If we talk of length, then the first special unit is angstrom. It is commonly written as A and dot above A, and 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meters. Another unit is Fermi, and 1 Fermi is equal to 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Next, these two are the smaller units of length. Now, another unit is light year, which is big unit of distance, and 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 to the power 15 meter. Another bigger unit of distance is parsec, and 1 parsec is equal to 3.26 light year. So these are the few special units of the length. Now let us discuss about some special units of mass. First special unit of mass is quintal, and 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. Another special unit of mass is ton, and 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. So these are some special units, and the largest unit of the mass is CSL, that is Chandrasekhar limit. Thank you, students.